and actually started in the neighborhood where we both reside in Mount Washington.
You so wanted to
I
say
had to say it.
You can cut that part. Hey everyone, it's Greg Landsman, and this is another fly-in short. We have a very special guest with us today.
Hey Greg, how are you?
Introduce yourself.
Good to see you again.
You too.
Kristen Bailey. I own Sweets and Meats Barbecue. We're a caterer, food truck, and restaurant based in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Tell me what it's like right now running a small business.
Yep. It's honestly very stressful. As you know, I work in the restaurant industry. We always have had thin margins. 6% is about the average for any food business right now. But it's even worse when our costs continue to rise and we can't predict that. So my meat costs, and I'm a barbecue business, went up 40% between April and May of this year. Completely unexpected. Right after that, we got hit with increased cost for equipment. I was in the process of opening a new restaurant, so everything was 25 to 40% higher. And then I'm still trying to maintain my costs where consumers can afford it so that I have a customer base. And not only am I dealing with that stress as a business owner so that I can meet payroll, but I'm also dealing with the stress of my internal customers, which is my employees.
Yeah.
They're feeling the stress when they go to the grocery store. They're feeling the stress if they can't access benefits, if they can't get health care. There's just a lot of uncertainty right now, and that's where we can really use your help.
To that point, what is your message to members of Congress?
Yep, I would say definitely allowing us to have a seat at the table. That is one of the reoccurring themes for 10,000 Goldman Sachs this year. With the small business program, we have over 2,400 small business owners. It's the largest summit in the entire country that are here in Washington. They still continue to host it during the shutdown.
Yeah.
People like yourselves are making time to hear small business owners. We are actually employing over 50% of the country. When you look at the data from small business program through Goldman Sachs, the 10,000 small business program, over 74% are looking at having growth. The only way we can sustain ourselves, the only way we can look at doing growth is if Congress is voting on things like affordable access to capital, which they just eliminated the CDFI. So I'm very concerned about that. We also need access to healthcare. Someone like myself, I'm self-employed. I'm using the Affordable Care Act for my insurance. I have a disability that I depend on medication. If that goes away, I might be forced to decide, do I keep my business open or do I take care of my health? Because I have to have access to healthcare. Some of the other issues is cost of goods. We've never seen inflation like this before. And it's the same thing that we're experiencing not only at the grocery store, but with cost of goods, with equipment, but even our rent.
Yeah.
We live in Mount Washington. You see all the apartment buildings. I have employees that have had to move 3 times within a year because someone out of state buys their apartment building and then they double their rent.
Obviously, that's what you're facing. Are other small businesses facing similar issues?
Very much so. So I'm a captain for our local cohort, Cincinnati State. And the thing that people are coming to me with, even at this summit, is how do you access capital? Right now, the biggest concern that they have is cash flow. Over 50% have reported cash flow concerns this year. There's just a lot of instability, and that's something that we're hoping Congress can provide. With that, rates have continued to go up. If you look at people that borrowed money during the pandemic, it was around 3%. Those loans are now over 10%.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of predatory lending that's happening right now. If it wasn't for a CDFI like ECDI or Grow America, where I've been able to obtain funds, I wouldn't be in business. Those folks not only lent to a restaurant, which is high risk, but they gave me an affordable rate. I'm paying 6%, and it's fixed.
Look, I really am sorry. This is frustrating. I'm incredibly frustrated because I want to work, and a lot of that work has to do with you and your business and the people that you employ, and we can't do that. And you're frustrated because costs are going up. There's all this chaos and uncertainty for you and for your employees. I really appreciate the fact that, like, in addition to working as hard as you do on your business and for your employees, you're up here advocating on behalf of all small businesses. And it's just, you're a wonderful human being.
Thank you for that. And I likewise, and if I can finish with just saying that it means so much that you take time. Again, we're in the middle of a shutdown. It's remarkable that you make time to sit with us in a week that major decisions hopefully will be made. Hopefully will be made. And glass half full. But this is the first time in 11 years since I've operated my business that I've considered exiting. And we talked about that. I should not have to decide. The reason I opened a business was for freedom. Freedom of owning my own schedule, freedom of supporting my community where I live, freedom to create a legacy. And now I am tasked with deciding if I keep the business that I love, that it doesn't feel like work every day, or if I choose my health and getting insurance. If I go back to corporate America where I can get insurance so that I can save myself. I shouldn't have to do that. This is America. It reminds me of the era of COVID. The difference that I'm finding as a business owner is that during COVID, people supported small businesses because they wanted to see us sustain and they understood the significance of that.
Yeah.
Right now, we're getting so much pushback about our cost and why we're not cheaper. Or I put something on social media about needing support, like our restaurant may close because we're not getting the support. We're on a street with 3 hospital systems, but they don't get enough time to come down and enjoy our barbecue because they're understaffed. Their grants have been taken away. 50% of the revenue comes from Medicaid that might be slashed.
It's slashed.
It's really
We have to
affecting.
try to restore it, but yeah, they slashed it. Hey, thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for being as authentic and compelling as you always are. It makes a huge difference, and I love you.
Love you too. Always. You always have our support.